Hey guys, so I'm so excited today to do my New Year's Eve makeup tutorial. This is gonna be a really sparkly, silvery, navy, smoky look. I've been really excited to put this video out, so let's go ahead and get started. For my first transition color, I'm gonna take the color Gray from the Mega Pro palette. So what I'm doing with the gray eyeshadow is I'm adding it directly to the crease using a MAC 217 brush, and then I just start layering it up so that way I get it to the desired smokiness that I want. And I'm also adding a little bit to the outer corner and then also on the inner corner of the eye. I have to apologize for how nasally I sound. I got the flu this weekend, but I really wanted to put this video out, obviously before New Year's, so that's why I sound like this. Yuck. You can use any pretty much neutral or cool undertone shadow that you want for this. You don't have to use the bluish gray that I used. You could definitely use like a really cool undertoned brown shadow or even something on the red side. And I like to put the gray color on in lots of layers, just that way it's easier to blend, because if you do it all at once, it makes it really difficult and also kind of splotchy. So now I'm going to come in and add the blue eyeshadow, and I'm going to use this double-ended crown brush that I have, and I'm taking this ColourPop eyeshadow in the shade Etiquette, and you can see there's a hole in it from where I put that brush. These eyeshadows are really interesting. I don't know if you saw my favorites video before where I talked about it, but the texture is almost like foam or like a cream, and so I kind of accidentally stabbed my eyeshadow, but I just start building it up on the outer V and then right there on the inner corner of the eye as well. And I've noticed with the ColourPop eyeshadows that it works best to use a synthetic brush. I'm still kind of trying to figure out the best way to work with these eyeshadows just because they are so different. But I really love this shade. It's going to make the whole look a little bit more navy and kind of a little bit more festive, if you will. And then I come back in with that MAC 217 brush one more time and buff everything together. Now I'm adding the silver color, and that is the ColourPop shade Liberty, which is seriously the most intense silver eyeshadow you will ever find. I don't even really like silver that much, but I really love the color payoff in this shade. And I'm adding that directly to the center of my eye where I didn't put any eyeshadow, and I'm just using my finger, and then I buff it out just that way it blends into the Etiquette shade. So you could totally leave it with just the Liberty color because it's so intense and metallic on its own. But just because it's New Year's Eve, I wanted to bump it up a little bit more. So I'm adding this MAC Mixing Medium on top. This is my favorite adhesive to use for glitters, mainly because it doesn't take off the eyeshadow that you have on underneath the mixing medium because it's very lightweight. It's not heavy duty like a glitter glue can be. So I just add that just on top of the silver. And now I'm taking this Inglot Body Sparkles. This is number 66. As much as I hate the sponge applicators, it actually works really well for glitter. So I'm just going to apply the glitter directly to my lid using that sponge applicator. And this silver glitter is seriously the best glitter in the world. I love it. I forbid you to buy any other silver glitter besides this one. It is so pretty and it is so finely milled, and it looks really cool on top of this Liberty color. And then just to smoke it out on the lower lash line, I'm going to add some of that gray on the bottom along with a little bit of black eyeshadow. And as you can see on the other side, I have silver in my waterline. That's the Anastasia Beverly Hills Luster Liner. And you'll see towards the end of the video, I decided to switch it to black just because I thought there was enough silver already. But I do like that eyeliner. I just don't think it went with this look, so I ended up switching it. And then I add just a little bit of black eyeshadow right underneath my lash line to smoke it out a little bit more. I'm going to go ahead and add my mascara to my top and bottom lashes. And then for false lashes, I'm using a very long and wispy pair of lashes. These are Soho from Koko Lashes. I said lashes a lot just now. I'm having a hard time breathing. My breathing is very labored right now. Okay, so I already added my foundation, and now I'm taking my MAC Prep and Prime pen. This is in the shade Light Boost, and I'm going to add that around the eye area and right down the center of my nose and buff it out with a beauty blender, and that's going to help to highlight the skin. And then to contour my nose, I'm actually going to use a cream contour today, which I rarely do, but this is the Maybelline Fit Concealer in the shade 30. And I'm adding it with a synthetic shader brush. I think this came in one of the Naked palettes. And I'm going to go ahead and buff it into the side of my nose. And then I realized that I put way too much concealer on here. So I'm going to have to go back and fix that. Ugh. So whenever I do that, I just come back in with my foundation brush with any excess foundation and kind of buff out the sides of my nose so it's not burnt looking. Now I'm going to set around the under eye area using the Nye Cameo Powder with my e.l.f. Stippling brush. And now to set the rest of my face, I'm using the MAC NC30 Pressed Powder. This is more of a lightweight powder. If you wanted really full coverage, you could always go in with a heavier powder. Now I'm going to go ahead and contour my cheeks, and I'm taking the color Sculpt from MAC. And a lot of people ask me what shade of Sculpt I use. The name is actually called Sculpt. It's also just one of their sculpting powders, but that actually is the name of it. And this is a Crown blush brush actually that came in a little kit that I got not too long ago, but I'm really liking it for contouring. And then I'm going to go ahead and add some bronzer to my skin. So I'm using the Girlactik Cabo bronzer. It's one I've been using a lot lately. For blush, I'm taking one of my favorite blushes. This is Cubic from MAC. This is a really neutral but soft and almost kind of a pretty pink blush. And I'm just adding that directly in between the highlight and the contour using a Crown IB126 brush. And then if you want more of a reflective, sparkly highlight, you can take a powder highlighter. This one is from the Balm called the Manizer. And I'm going to add that directly to the cheekbones. And then I'm also going to put a little bit down the center of my nose to highlight. But if you think you might be getting sweaty or dancing a lot and creating your own natural glow on your skin, you can always skip that step. And then if I really want my makeup to stay put, I like to add a mineral veil. This one's from Bare Minerals, and I just add it to any areas that I might get oily. So just around the chin, the T-zone, and around my nostrils because it gets kind of oily there throughout the day with a fluffy brush. And then here I am just adding that black liner to the waterline. This is just the LA Girl black pencil. So for my lipstick, I wanted to go ultra nude. So I'm taking Myth from MAC, and I'm going to add that obviously to my lips. And then I just like to buff it out with my finger just because it is really heavy duty. And I have really dry lips, unfortunately. And then just for a gloss, I'm going to take this Cream Sheen lip gloss from MAC. This is in the color Boy Bait. This is like my favorite nude combination to do. And then I just add that on top, and we are all done with this look. I hope you guys have a very happy new year. I hope you're safe, and I hope you have a lot of fun. I look forward to spending 2015 with you guys also. So happy new year. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and thank you so much for watching.